Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Big Frog's 4x4. Today we're going to be installing LED lights with reverse across the back of the tailgate above the rear bumper. And because I don't want to tie or cut into the factory wire harness, I also ordered this kit from Amazon. And I'll put the link in the description below. It consists of a plug that you'll unplug the back of your factory 7-pin harness and plug this into the wire harness, and gives you a separate 4-pin connector so that your LED bar, your LED strip, can plug into that. You don't have it then running down the tailgate in front of your bumper and plugging into the factory one, and then your door for your lights have to stay open, and then you got to unplug that to get the 7-pin connector, and it eliminates all that hassle. That way you can still use your 4-pin on your bumper because it'll be open without having to unplug your light strip. You'll have this instead staying constantly plugged in. Now, I'm going to save you a lot of time and hassle of having to go through and test this. I'm going to show you the wiring for the reverse lights in this. And the reverse lights in this light bar have 2 intensities, a high and a low. One wire is high and one wire is low. You only use one or the other. I'm going to use the high intensity for the reverse lights that are built into the light bar here, into this light strip. Now keep in mind, if you use the high intensity, the LEDs may not last quite as long. They might burn out a little faster because you're increasing the intensity on them. But I'm going to use it because I want better backup lights. So let's get started with the installation. Now to make this installation a lot easier, it's a lot better just to remove the tailgates. Unfortunately, because I have the pop and lock installed into this tailgate, it doesn't make easy removal for the wiring and stuff that runs for the pop and lock for the tailgate lock. So I'm going to have to install this without removing the tailgate. If you don't have the pop and lock, you can just unplug your rear backup camera that's built into your tailgate. Now to give myself a little more room, I disconnected the upper cables, which is simple. You just pull this back and then push the cable forward and it unhooks. You do that on both sides. Then you bring the tailgate up at about a 45-degree angle until the tailgate flats are lined up here. You slide the tailgate out on this side, and then you pull it towards the passenger side and it pops out of the hinge on the other side. Then I sat the tailgate on top of some leather welding gloves, so it'll give me some more room between the tailgate and here to clean this up and get my LED strip on. Alright, what I'm going to be using to clean this up is Duplicolor grease and wax remover. Use a clean towel so that you're not smearing dirt or wax or anything. Make sure you just keep rotating your towel back and forth. Alright, the hole for your tailgate backup camera and the hole that I have my wire run through from my power lock, which I'll put a link in the description below for that, my video. That is dead center on your tailgate. So you want to find the dead center of your LED strip so you know exactly where you're going to line it up with. Then you have to decide if you want to run screws that come in the kit into the back of your truck to hold it in place. It does come with them. Little clear covers and screws, so you can drill little holes and put this over top of your strip, and that'll hold it in place just in case the adhesive doesn't hold. I'm going to see how the adhesive does first before I put these in, because I really don't like drilling holes in my new sheet metal, because then you always introduce problems with the rust. And then everywhere you have that hole drilled, you're going to have problems with it starting to bubble. It's going to start to bubble and rust around each of these screws, and then you're going to have to come back later and fix it. I try not to drill any holes in my factory paint. Alright, getting out my free Harbor Freight tape measure. This light strip is 46 inches long. So I just needed to measure 23 inches from the other end. And then I'm going to use a piece of electrical tape only because that's what I have lying around to mark my center. So 46 inches is 23. That's my center. That's where I'm going to line up with the hole here at the back of the truck. In case you haven't noticed, it's really cold out, so I'm bundled up in some old clothes. But since I marked my center with the tape, I'm going to want to make sure that this is under the wiring for the camera and everything. It's going to go right underneath, right at the edge of your hole. So it still shines over your tailgate, but underneath the lip of your tailgate. Or over your bumper and under the lip of your tailgate. I'm going to start at the middle. I can get the backing off here. And work my way to both ends then from the center. Now we'll lay it in the exact same line on this side then. Alright, now that that's on, you run your wiring in. Down between your bed and your bumper. Alright, underneath the truck, I already took the voltmeter, put the truck in reverse, e-brake on, wheels chalked, found out which wire on the factory plug is the reverse lights. There's a gray clip that goes in your factory plug here. When I went and took a screwdriver to remove that, it just fell apart into pieces, like it was really old and brittle. I know that normally you just put a screwdriver on the edges of these clips and you kind of work them back and forth until they unclip. And then you squeeze right here. Your factory plug pulls out. Your center wire is your reverse wire. Your biggest wire on this side is your ground. So it would be your big black wire is ground, center gray is your reverse. It's simple enough. You just take the Curtis wire plug here, plug that in, plug your factory harness into it, then you can plug your light bar plug then into your Curtis adapter. Now if you have dielectric grease, you should definitely get some if you don't have some and put it on all these contacts and these plugs. I'd put some in, but I need to get some more. I'm out. You can get some wire loom to put over this factory light bar wiring because it runs up over the frame there to keep it from getting damaged. That'd be a good idea. That's all there is to getting the light bar plugged in and working. So now you only have to worry about your high intensity or low intensity reverse lights. And like I said, your center gray wire and this plug and the center wire on this plug go to your reverse. Now because there's no reverse in this, you can't tap into any of this wiring. But you can tap into the center wire in this loom. We're going to unplug this and we're going to tap into that. Alright, you want to separate your center wire for your reverse lights. Okay. Once you have that wire cut, spliced, make sure you use a marine grade heat shrink tubing, or at least the butt connector is marine grade so it has the glue and the sealant in there. you're going to have to re-zip tie and secure these wires. I like to cut my zip ties side. That way they're not quite as sharp like a razor. You take your zip tie and cut it widthwise, not length. And it doesn't leave the zip tie nearly as sharp. Once I get some dielectric grease, I'm about to come underneath here and then coat all this with dielectric grease again. Plug it in. Plug that in. And make sure you secure all of your wiring then with zip ties. Keep in mind the yellow wire was not used, so it can be just zip tied up out of the way. I wouldn't cut it off if you ever plan to maybe rewire it for low intensity light or something like that. And the kit also comes with some black zip ties. There you have it. How to install, without cutting into your factory wire harness, the LED light strip underneath your tailgate and above your bumper. Thanks for watching Big Frogs 4x4. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell to get notifications of new videos. And as always, God bless.